Hello, this is Ian, CEO at Earth for Wellness, and today I'm with Tania. So, hello, Tania.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being part of Earth for Wellness and part of what we're doing. Great to have you with us. Where are you?
So I'm based in Sevenoaks in Kent, so just down the road from you guys.
Ah, okay.
Not far away at all.
Yeah, if I knew that, I'd forgotten that. So you're Sevenoaks way, are you? Lovely, 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 lovely. Knoll Park. Have they still got the deers there?
Beautiful, yes. It's really beautiful. A
And
good
that's where
place
the,
to go just to chill out and get away from the masses of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's lovely, really
absolutely. And if
lovely.
you're a Beatles fan, you can go to Knoll Park because that's where Strawberry Fields. Was it Strawberry Fields that was filmed there? The video,
I don't know, was it? I'll have to look into
video.
that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That famous tree in the video of Strawberry Fields, I believe, was done in Knoll Park.
Okay, right. I'm going to look for that now.
Yeah, absolutely. And the tree. You might even find Lennon's piano there still. I doubt that very much. But hey, look, tell us a bit about yourself then. So, what is it that you do in terms of the whole holistic wellness side of things? What do you do?
Right. So at the moment, what I'm doing is I am helping people to overcome overwhelm. And I'm quite passionate about this because alongside my teaching of mindfulness, I teach mindfulness, I also teach meditation, and in the past have taught yoga. But always alongside all of that, I've always worked in the corporate world. And so I'm exposed to a lot of people who are taking a lot of strain in office environments. And when I see this, it just makes me feel a bit sad, really, that we're just so overwhelmed and so stressed. And so yeah, that's what motivates me really to teach my mindfulness courses and do my mindfulness coaching.
We speak the same language. I've kind of come to a place in myself, where kind of almost feels a bit like a bit of a mission now of trying to find
Mm.
ways to say to people or encourage people to pause, stop,
Yes, yes.
really catch up with yourself,
Mm.
and I just think it's so important, Tanya. Just looking out. Well, I see us all burning out. That's the thing. We're all under pressures and strains in this day and time. And I look at my daughter who's 20 and I think, do I really want her generation to come into
Mhm.
this kind of a situation when it doesn't have to be that way? That's the point. It doesn't have to be that way. So you're doing something about it. So
Yep.
someone comes into Wellness, they come into the platform and they're looking for, they in the search bar, they've put stress relief. Okay.
Yeah,
And
or overwhelm would be a good word.
or overwhelm,
Yeah,
yeah, and overwhelm is one of those great words
yeah,
that actually sort of says what it does on the tin, doesn't it?
yeah.
Overwhelm. It feels
Mhm.
very, and there's a weight about it. So someone's, they're in their search process. They find you. What would they be expecting? And
So what they would expect on the We Offer Wellness site is I've got a couple of offers on there, and I need to reflect on them and maybe add some more. But at the moment, there's just a couple of coaching offers really, which you can either do 4 or 8 sessions, and I will teach you how to. Do simple mindfulness exercises, learn about mindfulness principles and how to weave them into your daily life. We also do some very simple breathing, so I wouldn't call it breath work, but it's just there's some yogic breathing, some gentle breathing exercises, which actually, if you're having a bad day at the office, you could go and lock yourself in the loo. I always say to this, you need these skills that you can actually go lock yourself in the loo, get away from your colleagues, and just do some breathing or do a mindfulness exercise just to ground yourself again and move away from that feeling of that sort of rising panic. And I think a lot of people experience that in the office, that just, there's meetings that are thrown into calendars with scant regard for whether you're having a lunch break or not. There's just so much pressure, and the volume of work is immense for people in the office. So really, I will teach you how to recognize within yourself when you're thinking, actually, I'm going to freak out now. I'm too busy. I'm stressed.
mm,
I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm about
mm,
to start shouting at my colleagues, or whatever response you're going to
mm.
sort of project. It's about helping you recognize that really, and how to deal with it, and yeah, bring back
Yeah,
the calm.
yeah, absolutely. And it's reached us to kind of, figure this out for ourselves, but it's the consequences of not. That's how I see it,
Yeah.
It's
Mm.
okay, all right then. Are you doing in person and online, or one or the other, or how are you doing it?
So at the moment I am doing the coaching stuff is online, but I am going to be running some workshops in 2025. And that's why I say I need to reflect on what I've put on your site, because there are some workshops that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to collaborate with other therapists, because I think collaborations are just a great way to bring together a really beautiful workshop or a one-day retreat. So all of that is in process at the moment. Lots of
Yeah, no,
meetings and brainstorming going on.
yeah, no, exciting. Look, and when you're working with people, from your part, when you see people go through the sessions, through the weeks, through the process, what is it that you like? What is it you like about that when you see that happening in people?
I think people have just said to me that they just feel more connected to themselves and less scattered.
Mm.
As you become stressed and anxious and overwhelmed, your energy is very scattered, and you lose clarity, and you make bad decisions, and you react without really thinking about how you're reacting. And over the weeks, people just say to me they feel calmer. And I'm always pleased when they say, yes, I've practiced my breathing exercise, or I've done this meditation a few times during the week, between the weeks that we meet. And I'm like, oh, good. So they're just learning how to fit all of this into a very busy daily life. And some of them are juggling children, full-time careers. And so I feel quite pleased when they do manage to do bite-sized exercises that really help them just ground their energy and stay calm. And that's it. It's simple.
And
You know how.
simple things is best. A bit about
Yeah.
you then. Okay, so where does your journey start with this? You mentioned meditation and mindfulness and yoga. So where are you in this picture?
Oh my gosh, this has started feels like 100 years ago. So it started over 30 years ago, and I've always been passionate about complementary health. And I trained to be a massage therapist, but I don't tell too many people that now, because otherwise everybody's asking me for a massage. So that's a secret. And also trained to be an
But it was.
aromatherapist. Yeah, it's out in the open now. I'm not doing any massage anymore, though. And I trained to be an aromatherapist because I'm absolutely passionate about essential oils. I love the sort of how they can, affect your emotions and what have you. So I did all of that. And then it just grew. Through that, I met somebody that said, "Oh, you should try yoga." And I've always worked in the corporate world, so this has always run alongside my passion for holistic health. And I was quite stressed at work, and I thought, I'll give this yoga thing a go. So I did that, and I became hooked. And I did one of those 6 weeks Shivananda courses in Putney, actually, at the Shivananda Yoga Center. And I was just really hooked after that. And then that led to meditation training. And then I had my own daughter, and I just thought the world is really stressful for children. So I'm going to become a children's yoga teacher. Try and fix everything. So I did that, and I actually lived abroad for a number of years, and I taught it in schools abroad. So
Oh,
I was actually a marketing manager at the time, and thankfully, I managed to get myself this job, which was part-time, term time only. These jobs like gold dust. The pay was horrific, but anyway, I did it. And it meant that I could spend more time with my daughter and actually run children's yoga classes during the school holidays and in the afternoons and the after school clubs. So it was fantastic. So I did that, and she could come with me. So if you ever want a job where you take your kids to work, children's yoga teacher's the way to go.
yeah. Oh,
And it's
fantastic.
just developed from there. And then I did all my mindfulness training, and I just what really struck me at that time of my life was, even these little children that are 2 or 3, 4 years old, even if they've got ADHD and they're bouncing off the walls, after a while practicing a bit of yoga, they will settle down and relax, and you can tell them a meditation story, so guided imagery, for example. So to them it's a story, but they will lie there, they'll relax, they'll chill out, and I think they really appreciate it. And they're not given enough credit for being able to calm their nervous systems down, really. People say, "Oh, kids bouncing off the walls, terrible," but actually you can help them to be calm.
I totally agree. And isn't it good that you're doing this? Okay, look, wonderful. Now because I emailed you, about we're doing something to wellness tips. So have you got a wellness tip? So the idea that somebody would turn over a card on a Wednesday morning and, you're the card, or you're the thing that they read, or your wellness tip. What have you got for someone?
So I've got this wellness tip, which is really simple, and people have probably heard of it before and come across it. I mean, you can probably even Google it. And it's just the word stop. So if you think in terms of mindfulness and being mindful and not living on autopilot, it's just to stop. So the S stands for stop and take stock of where you're at. So checking into your head, your heart, your body. How am I feeling in this present moment? The T would stand for sort of thoughts. What are you saying to yourself about this particular situation that is maybe upsetting you or that you're finding yourself in? Or you can use the word take. Take a breath. So direct your awareness to your breathing. And then the O stands for being open and observing. So just expanding the field of your awareness, being aware of your breathing and sort of what is going on around you, but not yet reacting. So just having this openness. And then the P stands for proceed. So rather than reacting habitually and mechanically because you haven't really thought about how you're reacting, just proceed, in the best way possible, having stopped and given some thought to what's going on around you and being open to what's happening and open to how you're going to respond. So it's quite straightforward. And it's stop is just stop, isn't it? Stop what you're doing. Don't react. Give yourself a moment and then very good in the office.
Yeah, do you know what? No, look, thank you. It's wonderful. And hey, look, the simplicity of talking my language, and I think that's
Yeah.
it's so important. So, look, wonderful for that. Thanks for doing this today. People, please come and find Tania. These sort of things we're talking about: overwhelm, stress, meditation, mindfulness, and make that connection. Have the experience, and I'm sure you'll come out the other side with something valuable, and a toolkit and techniques and all the rest of it. And Tania's there for you. So thanks for doing this, and thanks for being part of what we're doing as well. All right.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
See you around.
Yes. And you.
See you.